This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on 39 Dunedin News, hot summer weather causes the city to dry out, sparking restrictions and reminders about conserving water. Police seek help from the public after a man in his 60s is assaulted on New Year's Eve. And we'll find out why one vintage vehicle may need some help getting off the starting line in an upcoming rally. Good evening, Dunedin. I'm Rebecca Dupree. With summer well underway, demand on the city's water supplies is increasing. More sunny days are forecast, and the Dunedin City Council is advising consumers in coastal areas to think about their water habits. But it says there's no need for drastic measures just yet.
It's the kind of conditions most people like over summer, hot and dry. But for the city's water supplies, it can mean an increase in demand. And the Dunedin City Council has concerns for the northern coastal areas.
In Wakawaiti and Karitani, we're having to run the treatment plant for 22 or 23 hours a day to keep up with supply, which is a lot more than normal. That increased the risks of things breaking, and on some days we're draining water from the reservoir faster than we're able to fill it.
The effect of the El Niño weather pattern is well known, and the council has had to deal with these conditions in the past.
This is something where we're just making good precautionary measures. At the moment we're not in a serious situation. The meteorologists are comparing this El Niño to the one that took place in 1997. That did cause some serious problems around the city, where we had a few places of the city going out without water for an hour or two on a few days. Since that time we have a much more resilient system, we have more water in storage, and we have the ability to move water around in the city. So we're really not expecting any major problems.
There's not much serious rain predicted in the near future, so constant monitoring is vital. And if there's a significant drop in water levels, staff will be alerted straight away.
So all of our reservoirs have telemetry monitoring on them, so we can actually see what the water level is within them, and we have a number of meters out within the system to see what's being used, and we also monitor how much water is coming out of the treatment plant.
In the meantime, the council is asking consumers to reduce their water use.
At the moment it is voluntary measures, and what we're really asking people to do is to be sensible with what they're doing. So if they need to water their garden, not just running a sprinkler or using a hose pipe, but preferably watering by hand, doing that in the evening when the plants get the most benefit, and making sure that they're actually delivering the water directly to the roots of the plants. If people are washing cars, then again doing it with a bucket and sponge rather than leaving a hose pipe running, and just general things like fixing leaky taps and not leaving the water running when you're brushing your teeth. So it's really just not wasting water rather than affecting people how they use it on a day-to-day basis.
The DCC and the ORC will continue to monitor the situation over the summer. D. Karen, 39 Dunedin News.
Dunedin police are investigating the serious assault of a 63-year-old male on Pine Hill Road. The incident occurred near Hislop Street at approximately 11 p.m. on New Year's Eve. Police would like to hear from anyone with information about any suspicious persons or vehicles to help piece together what happened. Calls can be made anonymously through the Crime Stoppers organisation. Two proposed Dunedin hotel projects have sparked debate over the effect they will have on the accommodation market. Recent figures show commercial visitor nights in Dunedin were up 3% in the year to October to just under 900,000. But the plan for a 5-star hotel opposite the Town Hall has been criticised by some existing operators who say low demand for the accommodation will force prices down. More than 50 vintage cars built before 1919 are making their way into the city for a special event. It's the oldest veteran car rally in the Southern Hemisphere. And the restorers of an old fire engine are predicting they may need a bit of help to get them off the starting line.
It was used to fight fires over 100 years ago. This 1916 Dennis fire engine is one of two that will be taking part in the Dunedin to Brighton veteran vehicle run. It's been in restoration for the last 5 years.
We got it in pieces, complete and utter mess. And we've slowly worked on it and rebuilt the motor and got it to this stage, and it's now up and running, but the only trouble we're having is getting it started.
And because of its 2.5 tonne weight, cranking the engine isn't an option.
and it's got a trembler box on it. For the older people would know what that is. I won't try and explain it. And when we get that working, we'll be able to start it. Otherwise, we'll need a few hands in at the octagon to give us a bit of a push.
For the first time, the rally will be held on a weekday, and the traditional route has changed slightly because of changes to the motorway. But that hasn't stopped owners from entering their prized wheels.
We have an international rally starting on Saturday, so we have some entries from those cars, which have got to be prior to 1919. Those cars are joining us, so we have 55 vehicles on the rally, which is about a third more than we usually have, so it's a great showing.
Many of the vehicles taking part have never been seen in Dunedin before, and they're arriving from all over New Zealand and many other countries.
We have some fascinating cars. We've got a 1913 Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost, which was on the European tour in 1913 through the Alps. That car returned to Europe for the reenactment of that in 2013 and 100 years later. We've got all sorts of vehicles from France, Belgium, the UK, America.
The rally will leave the Octagon at 11 a.m. on Friday and head out towards the Brighton Domain. D. Karen, 39 Dunedin News.
Still to come on 39 Dunedin News, we take a look at the work of a local animal rescue organisation, and we're on the streets to suss out your favourite holiday destinations.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
The team at Caltex North care more about you than just putting fuel in your tank. They care about you and your family. At the Caltex Valley Workshop, the skilled service team care about your safety, extending the life of your car and helping you live more economically. There's a range of modern equipment to give comprehensive warranty fitness checks and servicing to your vehicle. Come visit your only local in North East Valley and receive 10% off when you book your warrant and service together. That's your friendly Caltex Valley Workshop, 134 North Road, or book online at caltexvalley.co.nz.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books, with the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Get along to the Wings and Wheels Open Day, Sunday the 17th of January at Tyree Airfield, with over 600 historic vehicles on display, plus vintage and modern planes, loads of free kids entertainment, plane and helicopter rides, demos, stalls, delicious food and live music. That's Wings and Wheels Open Day 2016.
Chiropractic care is a drug-free way of sorting out stress and pain by getting your spine in line with body and brain. At Mosgiel Chiropractic and Wellbeing, we provide family chiropractic care. Feel taller, lighter and brighter. Call Mosgiel Chiropractic and Wellbeing today, 484 7272.
McClellan Refrigeration is your one-stop shop for heat pumps in Dunedin. We have a range of heating, air conditioning and refrigeration solutions. We also have 20 years experience. McClellan Refrigeration, call us on 477 0088.
She's 21 metres long with a 6.7 metre beam. She can support diving, seafloor mapping and sampling, deep water measurements and has onboard laboratories. She has a range of 1,000 nautical miles, which means the Polaris 2 can take your studies further than you ever thought possible. My name's Will Raymond, and this is My Place in the World.
Take your place in the world.
At your locally owned and operated Veggie Boys store, we've got fresh produce daily, fruit, veggies and more. Competitive prices are just one of the reasons people come to us in all seasons. Convenient locations and friendly crew, Veggie Boys Dunedin, come try something new. Stores in the north, the south, be our guest, Centre City as well to serve you the best. Daily specials on produce that are hard to beat, all tasty and healthy and all good to eat. Don't forget we've also got your milk, bread and meat. Veggie Boys Dunedin, you're guaranteed a treat.
Mosgiel Mowers Plus can help you with products to make your garden maintenance jobs easier. Lawn mowers, ride-ons, chainsaws, line trimmers. Sales and service are our specialty. Mosgiel Mowers Plus. Phone 489 3572 22B Gordon Road, Mosgiel.
Here's something else to look forward to sinking your teeth into every weekend with the Otago Daily Times, the Weekend Mix, your guide to what's hot in fashion, entertainment, food and more. New weekend magazine in your ODT. Pick up your copy this Saturday.
Welcome back. The growth in residential building hit an all-time record of $1 billion in November. Figures from Statistics New Zealand show the value of consents issued in Otago rose consistently from $42 million in August to $52 million in November. Dunedin was up from 269 dwelling consents in October to 337 in November. Dogs picked up by animal control have only 7 days in which to be claimed, and if not, they are put down. But thanks to a local charity organisation, many of the dogs are rescued. Karen O'Neill is here to explain why there is a problem in the first place. Good evening.
Right.
When was Dog Rescue Dunedin set up?
We were first set up in December of 2011 by Dr. Joe Pollard, who saw the gap in the unwanted dogs in the pound. So she wanted to give them a safety net, somewhere for them to have a second chance.
How does the organisation work?
What happens is after that 7 days is up, if the dogs haven't been claimed by the owners or there's been no adoption interest, as long as the dog is considered to be suitable for rehoming and we have the available resources, we rescue the dog and we get it registered, take it to the vet, get it all checked out, make sure it's vaccinated, blah blah. Also we book it in to get desexed. The majority of the dogs that we get aren't desexed, so that's pretty much how. And then once we've got all that sorted, we put it into foster care and then we advertise for its forever home.
Is it just pound dogs that you guys take on, or do the dogs come from other sources?
No, we deal strictly with pound dogs, and the reason for that is because that's really all we can handle. We have limited resources, plus that's financially and people-wise, and really most of our volunteers work full-time as well, so there's only so much we can do. So yeah, we focus on the pound dogs.
How many dogs do you rescue in a given year?
The year just gone, we rescued 71, and the year before that it was around the 80 mark, so we're looking around sort of that area.
It's a reasonably high number. Why do you think it is so high?
Yep, that's a good question. Yeah, and to be honest, we are the ambulance at the bottom of the cliff. It's basically the real issue is there's just too many unwanted puppies being born out there. And really, that's not the dog's problem, it's our problem as humans. We can control that. And if there's one message that we try and push and push and push, please get your dog desexed. And if you can't get them desexed, then you're responsible to make sure they don't go and cause unwanted pregnancies and such like. But yeah, it's quite frustrating that it's something that we can easily control actually. Having all these unwanted dogs, if we really had the right mindset, we could stop it overnight.
What's the general cost of desexing a dog?
That really does vary between vets and such like, but on average, and I'm sort of guessing here now, I think for a female you're looking around the 400 mark, and for a male maybe around the 250, 300 mark.
Okay. What can you tell us about the people who volunteer for the organisation?
They're brilliant, very dedicated, and if there's one thing I could say about Dunedin people actually, the support and that we've had since we've started has been absolutely amazing and awesome, and it's the only reason we can carry on is because of the dedication of the volunteers and the support that we get from the general Dunedin public. It's just, yeah, it's really gratifying actually to have it.
What's involved in fostering a dog?
A lot of time, patience, yeah, because a lot of the dogs we get from the pound, they've just, a lot of them have just lacked that basic training, so they're most of them are young, adolescent, just like a kid that hasn't had boundaries put in place. So we like to have our fosterers be dog savvy, so they know how to handle the dog and do the basic training that the dog needs to set them up.
How was Christmas for Dog Rescue Dunedin?
Actually, it was really quiet, thankfully. It was really good. We had a couple of dogs in the pound, but only a couple, so that was really good. Really good.
How can people help you?
How can I help? Well, as I say, firstly, if you're a dog owner, please get your dog de-sexed. Otherwise, we are always looking for dedicated volunteers. We have a number of, we do stalls over the summer period every couple of weeks or so. Come March the 24th, we have our annual appeal day, so we're always looking for volunteers to help for that, to help collect. Donations of blankets and such like are really helpful as well.
Karen O'Neill from Dog Rescue Dunedin, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
After the break on 39 Dunedin News, we hit the streets to find out where you like to holiday, and we'll check out local surf conditions.
Help delay the signs of ageing with Collagen Plus from Silverhorn. Collagen Plus helps supplement your body's own natural production of collagen, giving you firmer, healthier, younger looking skin, shinier, healthier hair and stronger nails. It's restoring your beauty from within, and it's great value. 3-month supply, that's 180 capsules, is just $98. We'll pay the courier charge to you, and we'll give you a luxurious face cream as well. Beauty from the inside and the outside. Give us a call today, 0800 502 402.
The team at Caltex North care more about you than just putting fuel in your tank. They care about you and your family. At the Caltex Valley Workshop, the skilled service team care about your safety, extending the life of your car and helping you live more economically. There's a range of modern equipment to give comprehensive warranty fitness checks and servicing to your vehicle. Come visit your only local in North East Valley and receive 10% off when you book your warranty and service together. That's your friendly Caltex Valley Workshop, 134 North Road, or book online at caltexvalley.co.nz.
Get along to the Wings and Wheels Open Day, Sunday the 17th of January at Taieri Airfield, with over 600 historic vehicles on display, plus vintage and modern planes, loads of free kids entertainment, plane and helicopter rides, demos, stalls, delicious food and live music. That's Wings and Wheels Open Day 2016.
Hedges are something we almost take for granted. A good hedge needs regular maintenance to look its best and to add value and character to your property. For all your hedge care needs, call the team at SGC Services on 0800 783 453.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books, with the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Mobility Scooters Otago. Mobility Scooters, new and used, electric manual wheelchairs, strollers and walkers. Free home demonstration and delivery. Call Tony on 03 455 2875 or visit our showroom, 211 Canudwood Street, opposite Westpac.
Pellet fires are growing in popularity in Otago, with people who want a clean and efficient form of home heating. The sight of a burning flame without the problems of chopping, stacking and carting wood around is a winner. Pellet fires, so easy, so efficient.
It's all about our customer care, great food, great coffee and supported by some awesome staff. We think it's really important that the customers when they come in here have a good experience and leave wanting to come back. And I think in a nutshell, that's what the Good Oil is all about.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Pregnant? Need to talk? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pregnancy counselling services are here to help. It's free, it's confidential. Call us now on 0800 773 462.
Welcome back. Well, this week we're sending our word on the street team around the city to find out what you've been up to over the summer break. And today we asked what your favourite holiday destinations are.
Well, we don't really have one. We've just got ourselves a caravan, so we're just trying that out at the moment. So we've been to Meraki, and then we're coming down here for 4 days and heading home on Saturday. So yeah, at the moment this is a lovely day here, so we'll make the most of it.
Oh, we went up to Ashburton, up there to see the granddaughters.
Monkey Island, the Cathedral Caves, and we've been camping.
Most usually just tented.
Tented prior to previous years, so yeah, no, I'll be looking forward to it. It's nice.
No, we don't really travel that far, but yeah, it's been a good summer this year though. Good Christmas.
I just got back from Australia, but it's nice and warm, just as warm here, so it's great. Great to be back.
In New Zealand?
In New Zealand? Yeah, I go up central quite often if I can.
I think it would be Central Otago.
Queenstown.
Cromwell. Probably Central Otago. Central Otago is really nice.
Love it there, but staying in Dunedin over summer is not a bad choice.
So here's the best holiday destination in the whole wide world. Everyone else is gone. You have all the room you can possibly want.
I've been wanting to come down to Dunedin for a long time. It was 10 years since I was last year. That was a brief trip.
Actually, the best summer I've had, I think, was we went to the Bay of Islands, north of Auckland, which was great. Lots of sun, warm beaches, go out swimming early in the morning, which is really nice.
Anywhere it's warm, not really picky.
Hot destinations. Yeah, hot destinations for me too. Don't get a lot of heat back in Ireland.
Mongolia.
I like Hanmer Springs actually, and that's really nice.
I like Nelson. Abel Tasman.
I haven't been there yet. Yeah, I like Hanmer Springs.
Well, I guess for both of us being in Auckland, it is probably the Coromandel is the best. But being down here, seeing what Dunedin's got on offer in terms of beaches and surf, particularly, just been to the hot water pools. It's great. You know, we love it down here.
I like going up to Auckland because it's around my birthday and there's no traffic because it's Auckland anniversary weekend. So.
Yeah, and probably just the beaches down West Harbour are really nice, or Central as well. It's good.
Anything where there's warm or where there's turtles. I love turtles, so yeah. Anything that's,
Oh, I've been to Quarantine Island for a weekend a while ago.
Where are we going?
We were there, and I'm going to Woodhill Gardens today soon, in a minute.
My son's never seen Dunedin before. He doesn't know what a Dunedin is. I said, look, Ra, it's a Dunedin. He goes, what's a Dunedin, Dad?
Now recapping tonight's top stories on 39 Dunedin News. The Dunedin City Council is asking consumers in the Wakawaiti and Karatane areas to conserve water while weather conditions are hot and dry. The police are asking for public assistance in piecing together the events leading to the assault of a man on New Year's Eve. And the owners and restorers of vintage vehicles are readying their machines for an upcoming rally, the oldest one in the Southern Hemisphere. And Barry's here once again for a look at what's happening in Wednesday's Otago Daily Times. Good evening.
Hello Rebecca. A local man has been hailed as a hero after a dramatic rescue off a beach in Dunedin this afternoon. And here's a good story. All Black Ben Smith, a young fella, he was holidaying in Wanaka, and a young fella wrote to Ben and said, would you come down in the park and throw the ball around with us? And so Ben posted on a Facebook site inviting all the local kids to come out and play, and he wanted down to the park this morning and kick the ball around with them all. So that was
what a
a bit of a thrill for them all. International designer has been announced for ID Fashion. You'll find out who that is in the ODT tomorrow. And of course tributes are still flowing in after the death of rock legend David Bowie.
Yes, and what a shock that was.
It was indeed.
Thank you, Barry. That is tomorrow's ODT. Well, now for those of you keen to catch a break tomorrow, here are the local surf conditions.
Today the temperature of the water is 13.5 degrees. With the sun beaming down, it might push it up to close to 14 by the end of the week. The surf conditions today at Brighton are real good with some big sets coming through. The conditions in the water are clean, calm and nice for swimmers and surfers. Today, around an hour ago, we had about 150 on the beach and 40 in the water. The conditions at St Clair are much the same, with big swells coming through, some reaching 2 metres high. great surfing conditions for the National Surf Competition, currently at St Clair Beach. Further down St Kilda Beach, the shore is quite decent again. The waves breaking out pretty far. There's a slight drop, but still offering swells of around 1.5 metres. The rips and currents are in full swing, so those entering the water should be aware of this and swim where the lifeguards are patrolling. Warrington Beach, the conditions see a light breeze. The surf not as big, only about 0.5 metre.
And it's time now for local weather.
Association with Silverhorns Collagen Plus.
We start with today's city view. It's taken of Chingford Park. Around the city at 3 o'clock today, quite pleasant indeed. 23 for the central city, 26 at the Gardens and 28 out on the Tyree. To the situation, and unfortunately a cold front and southwest flow will redevelop over the South Island tomorrow. On Thursday, a milder northwest flow will develop. Well, to the forecast for the main towns on the lower South Island for tomorrow. Becoming fine with southwesters easing for Invercargill, Gore and Te Anau. Showers clearing in Alexandra with southerlies there. Highs of 14 for all of these towns. And southerlies with showers clearing for Queenstown, Oamaru, Wanaka and Twizel with highs of around 13 or 14 degrees. In Dunedin tonight, southerlies freshening with a period of rain and a low of 10. Tomorrow, showers clearing, but the cloud will remain with cold southerlies easing. Just 13 degrees as expected. That will be a shock after today. And on Thursday, mostly fine and sunny with a high of 17. And finally to the Otago Pallet Fires tidal and fishing information. High tide tomorrow morning is at just after 7 a.m. Low tide follows shortly before 2 p.m. And the best time to go fishing on a bad day will be at around 4:25 tomorrow afternoon. Good luck. And that is all from the team here at 39 Dunedin News for Tuesday. We're going to leave you now some shots of the Chinese Gardens and we'll see you again tomorrow. Good night.
This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.